people, whether it's a man or a woman in your life. You have to learn to be able to walk up to people and approach and have a conversation and build a relationship. The thing is that what the only difference between me and a pickup artist is that I immediately show intent, which is so like I'm not playing no games. I'm not saying a bunch of bullshit or anything like that, trying to get anything. It's just whatever type of bond is built, and then I'm just gonna ask for the phone number like normal. If I get rejected for it, I'm just cool about it. The difference between me and a pickup artist, most pickup artists, they are like, oh, I'm never talking to this girl again. Whereas like I'm like, oh no, like we could just be friends. Like it's totally cool if you got a boyfriend. Like I'm cool with that. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, well, like knuckle bump. Like we can be homies. Like it's not a big deal. And like I make it clear that I'm the one friend zoning them, because the problem is that guys are the ones that are getting friend zoned, and that's not how it's supposed to go. If you let the girl frame the relationship, frame the friendship, you lost the game. So the game is just you being super upfront about you friend zoning them, and it's not even the first girls that you do this to that you're going to end up having sex with. It's all their friends. Like you're just getting into a friend group, and you just doing that over and over again, getting reps, 3, 6, 9 months of you just building up a social circle, and then you enact on it, and you actually have like an opportunity that falls into your lap because of that friend. Girls that are like hot and stuff like that, or like they're like friends with guys, like they love to hook up their guy friends with their friends. Like it's a very normal occurrence where like I'll be like, hey, hook me up with what's her name, and she fucking literally does it. Like women are the greatest fucking like the greatest wing people ever. Whenever you're a good friend and you're not a piece of shit and a weirdo. Most guys are piece of shits and weirdos though. Like most guys are fucking weird, and the girls are just happy when they find somebody that's not weird, honestly.
I don't think most guys are weird, but I do think I don't know. This literally sounds like feminist talking points. We're just turning it around and giving it to men. Like it sounds just like when women are like, "Oh no, I'm the prize. I'm a woman. I'm a queen. I'm the best." Like it's like the same shit where it's like actually like it's kind of weird for either side to say that or either side to act like they're the shit just because of their sex or their gender. Like it makes more sense that yeah, like you kind of interact based on the situation. And I don't most pickup artistry I probably wouldn't agree with, but I think in general the idea that they're giving men who don't have like really good skills on how to interact with women, and they don't have really good skills on like how to pick them up and how to be confident and all of that shit, I think that that's like a good thing to help young men with it, especially when they're not when they don't have a whole lot of practice early on.
It's bad because it defaults them to simping when they just need social skills and they just need social calibration. So just being
Can
around
you
hot
can you do
women
me a
gives you
favor?
more social calibration. Yeah.
When you say simping, I don't even know like what it is that you're saying.
Yeah,
Like, can you like
so what I'm
describe what
saying
you
is
mean
simping is,
instead?
yeah, it's giving money, energy, attention, and time without getting anything in return. So whenever you do
Okay.
shit my way and you're altruistic up front, you find very quick which girls, reciprocate that altruism or reciprocate that in any way, shape, or form, and then the ones that don't. And the ones that don't, you obviously they're not your friends, or you keep them on the outer circle of your friendship. And I wanted to also ask you, would you say that a woman wants a man that's taller, faster, stronger than her?
Yeah, of course.
So she wants a leader in general, a guy
Uh,
that's better than her.
I think leadership qualities are another thing that is going to be attractive to women. Yeah.
Yeah. So because of that, like you said, it's kind of like just pushing the feminist narrative. Like, oh, I'm the prize. No, dude, men are the prize. Like we straight up are. It's not even like the feminists are just the retards for thinking that they were ever the fucking prize in the first place, because that's what fucked everything up. You want to know why the world's so fucked up today? It's because we don't know that the men are the prize. But if we had 100 men on an island and one woman, and another island with 100 women and one man, which one's going to reproduce faster? The one with
That
one dude
doesn't.
and a
That has
hundred
nothing to
women.
do with
No, no,
we're not
we
in
are the
that
prize. We create
situation,
more
so it
life.
doesn't matter.
We create more life. Like we straight up create more life. On top of that, oh, okay. What does a woman seek? Does a
Wait,
woman seek a guy who's
hold on.
no? What, like wait, hold
The
on, hold on, hold
creating
on,
the
hold on.
life
Is
thing
there more high value
doesn't
men,
matter.
or is there more pretty women? Is there more pretty women or high value men? Which one is there
Okay,
more of?
I I I I don't.
The man's the prize, bro, because of supply and demand.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with this framing. I think that like what is
Obviously,
high
not all
value
men are
is
prizes.
relative.
Like a lot of men
No,
are
no, no,
fucking
no, no.
losers, bro. A lot of men are
I think
fucking
that
losers.
what is high value is going to be relative to what other men are. So what is considered high value is going to be based on like the group that you're looking at. If you look at a group of guys and like 80% of them are fucking millionaires. Well, what's considered high value as a much higher standard now. Whereas if instead 80% of them are like living in trailers and like barely making any money, now a large percent of people living in trailers are going to be considered high value at this point, because it's always going to be relative to the group that you're looking at. But when you say that
Yeah, it's
like pickup
contextual is
artists,
how I would say it. It's contextual. Yeah.
yeah, of course, exactly. And so it doesn't like to say that one side is surprised or the other side is surprised. Men want women, women want men. So neither one is the
We're not
prize.
talking about
Both sides
exceptions.
want
We're
each
like
other.
speaking in general right now. I'm speaking in
I'm not
general.
talking. I
Anytime
didn't
I
say
talk
anything
on
about
any of these shows,
exceptions.
I'm always speaking in general. I'm always speaking for the
That's
general
what
populace.
I am as well. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't say anything about exceptions. I'm saying that both men want women,
In
women
general,
want
women
men.
want a leader. In general, women want a guy that's a leader. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say.
I think that leadership qualities are another thing that's attractive to women. But when you talk about leadership, leadership is like something that communicates status, and status is what's actually um,
I wouldn't say that it's status
attractive.
at all. There's a lot of guys that are leaders just in their workplace. Like there's different contextual environments where you can have status. That's why even alpha, it's contextual. Like the DJ at the club might be contextually alpha because he's the DJ at that point. Like a guy running a podcast because he's the host might be contextual in that moment. My girlfriend is contextually the alpha when we go to the grocery store because I don't know what to fucking buy. I don't know what the best fucking price meats or whatever to get. She always does all that shit. I don't fucking cook. So, like, contextually, alpha changes between everybody depending on who's the leader at the moment.
Yeah, but your again, leadership is just like something that communicates status. Like you can not be a leader and have like a lot of money, a nice car, a nice house, and just be a follower, and you'll have status based on the amount of money that you bring in, and that will still be attractive.
Well, yeah, a
So
guy can
it
be a
it
small
is
time drug dealer that
status.
barely makes money and only sells dimes, and he still fucking has status in his neighborhood. Yeah, like
Exactly,
that.
and that's what I'm saying is it's status that's going to be
Yeah,
attractive.
I'm
Like
not saying
leadership
that
qualities
I
are
was never
attractive
trying to
because
define
they
high value. I was never
communicate
trying to
status.
define. I wasn't trying to define high value or alpha as any of those normal things that you probably thinking people fucking define them as. Because no, I'm very broad in my thinking of those things. I don't see them as some little tiny graph of people. It's actually a pretty big graph of men.
I think I feel like we're getting a little lost. I'm saying that when you use leadership, you're saying all women want a leader. And I'm saying all women don't want a leader. Women are attracted to status, but leadership is just one more thing that communicates status. But so
Yeah,
does
and I agree with you.
like popularity, having a lot of friends. Like there's a lot of things that communicate status. And so not all women want a leader, but most women do want status. Status is something that
Have
is
you read Dr.
attractive.
David Buster's Why Women Have Sex?
I don't think so.
It's a really good
Um,
book. And so he talks about the 237 different reasons why women have sex, and altruism and leadership are at the top. Those are the top two things. Altruism as number one. So yeah, no, like having those type of qualities are going to make a huge difference.
yeah, I agree. I just like lots of times we'll look at a quality that is commonly sought out by women, and then we'll say, this is the thing that women are seeking out. But in reality, that is not the thing. That is just something that communicates something else to them. So when we're talking about somebody who is like any type of like status, where like leadership qualities aren't the thing they're looking for. Leadership qualities are just something that communicate status, and that
Yeah.
status is actually the thing that is attractive and that they're looking for. And so even if leadership is something that is more common that women are going to look for, it's only because that communicates status, and status is the thing that is
Yeah. I instantly agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I've read
okay.
every relationship psychology book you can think of. So yeah, I agree with you completely on the status.
Okay, so then when it comes to like pickup artists, and we're saying that they're simping, I don't think that they're like I would say that most of the time, like somebody like Alex from Playing with Fire is gonna teach people to look for reciprocation. He's telling them, yes, like you need to look for the girl to actually reciprocate, because if she doesn't, she's not interested, and you need to stop wasting your time and move on. I don't there
It's
might
it's
be like pickup artists who do this, but the ones that I know, they seem to teach reciprocation.
It's the numbers game that I'm against. The thing is, whenever you do it how they do it, and they say you need to cold approach 1,000 girls in a week or a month or whatever the fuck, or DM 1,000 different girls, that's simping. You'll never catch me doing those things, never. And I get girls just as easily. It's ridiculous. Like the thing is, when you do those things, also, especially guys who don't have a lot of game or aren't good, you end up simping. You end up falling into the trap of chasing the woman, like most guys do. It's a very normal thing. I did it in my first 4 relationships. Like it's very normal to get into the trap of trying to get the girl and ending up in her frame because you just want the box or you just want the relationship. So like it's just like the whole point of teaching the way that I teach it is to completely stop girls from getting thousands of DMs from a bunch of fucking losers all the time and guys that are just, playing, and to take shit seriously and get a girl that it wants to come into your frame, wants to have genuine desire for you. It's a filter for genuine desire. Like when you sit there and you're pursuing every girl, you're not, a lot of these girls, they're going to have BPD. They're going to have all types of fucking issues, and you're going to get confused fucking with them, or you're going to think all women are bad or all women are whores or something, when it's better to just wait for the girl who's down for you and really crazy for you.
I don't necessarily disagree with this because, as I've said, like that's obviously the way that I go about things, but I don't think that's like the only way to go about things. I think that lots of women are especially attracted to being chased and they like confidence. That's something that's like really important to them. So they want guys to approach them. They want guys to come up to them and say things to them. And that is something that like will communicate confidence and charisma to them. And your like the way that you talk about this just kind of like X's out like such a large amount of women that you could otherwise be getting with and having
No,
a
you would
happy
still be friends
relationship
with
with.
them. You would still be friends with them. Like those girls, it's fine if she doesn't want to. If she doesn't want to give me her number, or give me her Instagram, or like anything. Like we can be homies. Like knuckle bump. Like I'm totally cool with just being cool with you. You're not ruining. If anything, you're building a bond outside of that. And what's crazy is girls who are in a relationship at that moment or something like that, but it's rocky. They'll end up texting you a fucking couple weeks later, a month later, or they'll come in and find you. Like those girls know that you're interested, and they know, and you're just kind of just sitting. It's kind of like sneaky fucker game to an extent. Like you're kind of being a little bit of a sneaky fucker. And then on top of all this, like that women have short term main strategies and long term main strategies. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
the short term main strategy is sometimes going to be the guy
Still be
who is
men,
more aloof
to
and
be
just
clear.
not caring and just has status or whatever it is. And most women will, like, I always teach that guys need to pursue the short-term main strategy so they can become like what the women want today. But if you act like a long-term main strategy man, if you act like you're a relationship guy and you want something serious and you don't play games and stuff like that, they respect that you're like a unicorn because you're like the short-term guy who wants the long-term shit. Like they fucking love
Yeah.
that. Like, so it's
Yeah.
really easy today, but guys are just confused. And I mean, I understand why. There's a bunch of dating coaches telling them a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, but I feel like every time we go over what it is that the dating coaches are telling them that's stupid, it turns out that it's like something else that you're against, not really what it is that they're telling them.
Well, it's
Like,
more that what they're doing is like the like B, C, or C tier of what you could be doing. It's like, oh, it's good to approach girls because you need to learn social skills. Okay, why don't you build a friend group of girls and constantly be around them and get socially calibrated? Michael Sartain teaches this 10 times better than me, has made millions of dollars with this program teaching exactly what I'm talking about. It obviously works really well. Um, I've only helped, a couple dozen people. I can't flex like he does, but like it's still something that is extremely superior. And like a lot of people do argue that with me, like, well, it still works though. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a fucking winner. Like I like to do the best thing. I don't like doing like what's good or okay. I want to do what's the best. And that's why I've never struggled in dating. I've always been able to have way more girls than my peers, way hotter girls than all my peers. And it's just there's a clear difference between people who don't do what I do and then the people that do what I do.
is some of that, do you not think some of that is like, I'm not black pilled whatsoever, but do you not think some of that is like innate? Like some of the things are just differences that we're born with?
What do you mean? Like
Like,
like how I look, like how like I might just be getting girls just because of my genetics or something?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously probably a case, but I would just point at the people in Michael Sartain's programs that are 5'3" and 5'4" and still get girls and still do fine. And then
Yeah,
I
I'm
had a
not
girl
saying that
that
it's
just
impossible. I'm just saying
yeah.
that like there's obviously like a wide variety of things that people are looking for. So like we mentioned status is one, like obviously charisma, being funny, like confidence,
I
having Yeah, but then also like being good looking and having like taking care of yourself,
Jawline.
showering. Yes,
Yeah.
like all of these other things matter as well. It's just that for men, obviously, we care a lot more about the physical and biological attributes. Women are like, they can look at you and not think much of you at first, but then your personality makes you look better to them. Your
A thousand
personality and
percent.
like the way that you approach them makes kind of changes the way that they see you in their eyes.
Oh yeah, I agree, dude. I argue. All I do on Twitter is argue with black pillars all day, and that's the main thing. Like, I just had a girl on my podcast who's one of my best friends. On her name's Toby. Her boyfriend's 5'3". Like, she's 5'3". Her boyfriend's 5'3". He's kind of like thug maxing a little bit, and that's how he gets that. But like, I always tell guys, yeah, you might have to thug max. You might have to fucking gym max. Like I was into paintball for years. The best paintballers in Texas. Like, I was on one of the best paintball teams here in Texas, tournament teams. They're all short guys right now. Like, all my old teammates, the number one team right now, they're all like 5'5" and under. Like, they're fucking killing everybody, and it's because of a height. Boxers, the best boxers, fucking short. It's like, people don't understand how, like, I don't know. Black pill is coke pill, bro. Like, they just have half the fucking suppository up their ass, and they just need to take the full red pill. Like, I always say, nobody's fully red pill except for like Michael Sartain, maybe Rolo, because he's now learning about pre-selection because of Michael. But I think most guys don't even know about all of evolutionary psychology. If every guy went and read Marty Hazelton's book, Dr. Hector Garcia, Steven Pinker, like Dr. David Buss, if they literally read all those books like that they've wrote and didn't read Rolo's books and shit, oh my god, you come away with evolutionary psychology like the greatest like understanding of everything. Like, that's not even black pill. It's like super equal and cool. And I don't know, I'm just mad that everybody kind of follows like the Rolo trend or something.
Yeah, I agree with this. Like a lot of the stuff that I think that like a lot of the stuff that I would talk about is probably some sort of Evo psych. Most of it isn't like um it's not well grounded just yet. Like most Evo psych, it's not like it's a lot of guesswork and just kind of looking at how things were in the past in order to figure out what it is that we've evolved for. But we're so easily malleable as humans. Like we can be socialized into things super easily that it's hard to tell if we were socialized and things just carried on for a long period of time, or if we actually evolved to where these are like necessarily biological characteristics.
Yeah, I really like to say that I take it all with a grain of salt, like a super hard grain of salt. And same with religion. I'm a pretty strong Christian, but I also take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not the type
But you're
where it's
saying that
like
that's like the entire
everything.
way of evaluating is through Evo Psych.
I
So
think
it doesn't sound like
evolutionary
you take it with a
psychology is
grain of
a
salt.
descript. I think evolutionary psychology is a descriptor, just like the Bible is a descriptor. The Bible is a descriptor through mythology, through myth, and evolutionary psychology is a descriptor through statistics. And both of them are just showing us like descriptions of shit, and it's up to us to decide what the fuck we do with it. You know, it's the typical tool belt thing. Like, use whatever tools you want, and like, that's the way that I see both of those things are as descriptors. But the Bible brings prescriptions with it. Like, it's like, oh, this is what happened to blah blah blah. God says don't do this. Like, there's like a prescription with it. And I would say in general, the prescriptions from the Bible are the best prescriptions in my opinion. And then the prescriptions from Red Pill, though, that's just guys that are like, that's just the influencers and coaches trying to make money selling, different prescriptions that they think that are the best. Like, pickup.
Yeah. I like most of what Michael Sartain says, I think I'd probably agree with. I haven't really heard him say much. I've had a couple of debates with him and or maybe one. Actually, I think I had one debate with him. And he, like everything that I heard him say, um, I think I've by far for the most part agreed with it. There were like a couple of small differences in what he would say versus like, or I think on the descriptive claims we agreed on everything. On the prescriptive, we would have some small disagreements. But the I agree with like the shit about Rolo and kind of the way that they talk about things. It seems very like they're trying to be very intuitive about it, and it's not that simple. And I think they overly simplify things to say like this is how things seem. So let's just say that's how it is or that's how it ought to be. And that's it seems like a ridiculous way of going about things. I'm also not too sure about David Buss though. he's
Yeah.
he's said some things that make me a little weary of him.
No, and that makes sense. Like I don't think that Dr. David Buss is just completely infallible. Like I definitely take everything he says with a grain of salt. Like everything is taken with a grain of salt, bro. You don't let any of this shit control your life. Like it's all just to be used as a tool if you want to use it or if it works for you. I would honestly say that Michael Sartain is my favorite person. He's the only person I really respect in the space, but I heavily disagree with his course. I heavily disagree with like his mentorship and like I think what he does is sending the guys to the fucking fire because those guys are gonna fucking end up with fucking bitches that are what I call S tier fuck girls, like strippers or OnlyFans girls or like influencers, and like those girls are S tier fuck girls. Like they will finesse a dude so easily. Like that's just what they're good at. And I believe in teaching guys to be around C tier and what I call C tier and B tier fuck girls, which are just like the really pretty girls, but they haven't kind of made that much money with it yet, or they're not influencers and shit. And those girls are the best ones to be around, to be friends with and shit, because they're somewhat normal girls, and then on top of that, like they're really pretty and stuff. They're not going to finesse you, or they might try to finesse you, but they're not. It's not like those other girls where their whole life is fucking robbing old dudes for money all day. And
Well, I think that there's like obviously those are the types of girls that Michael Sartain is interested in, but he thinks that like he's not going to simp for them. He's going to be able to handle them and have like a real relationship with them. So that kind of brings me back to what I was saying earlier, is that like just giving this like one size fits all sort of prescription doesn't make sense to me. That like some guys probably should be approaching women, some guys probably should like be showing some charisma, some guys have like better looks, some guys have better jokes, some guys are like going to be taller and going to be able to look more domineering. Like there's a bunch of different things for different guys that will be valuable for them when trying to go get
you
women.
should lean
But
into
you make
whatever
it
you
sound
are.
like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but you're saying like, oh no, you have to just let them come to you and then friend zone them and shit like that. And I think that's one way of doing it, but I don't think that that works for every guy. I think that
So
by far
yeah.
the majority of guys aren't able to do that.
Yeah, so one of my favorite books is Atomic Habits, and like one of the big things he talks about in that book is that you should lean into whatever you are, like whatever your genetics are, whatever you're good at, like you lean into that shit because that's how like you'll become successful. Like if you're short, do the things that are short people are good at, or if you're tall, play basketball, and but the thing is whenever you whenever you do stuff like that, like I agree that that is the best route for most things that you're deciding in your life. But what I'm preaching when it comes to pre-selection stuff, if you look at back 300,000 years and like how we had communities and stuff like that, that's how it was to be normal. Like that was just normality because of how the community was. Like I went to a church a bunch when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15 on my own, not because of my family or anything. I just had friends there and I went all the time and I was very obsessed with it. And that community, that's not something anybody has today, and that's a problem. All I preach is, like I said, I preach common sense. Like to be in a community, to be around people all the time, to spend a lot of time with women, to be friends with women, this is shit that was common sense for all of history. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't something that had to be taught. It's only today when we're atomized and we're living online and we have dating apps and social media that this is even something that I have to talk about. It's common sense though.
I agree with this. So again, maybe I'm not like getting this across clear. You're making it sound like all guys should like say that they're the prize. All guys should wait for women to come to them. All guys should like be like should like make it to where women are chasing them instead of ever chasing women. And I'm saying this is like like this is just one path that I think it doesn't work for all guys. I don't think this is a path that all guys can take. I obviously agree that like yes, being friends with women not only makes it to where other women feel more safe, but you also understand women better. Being friends with women probably gives you a healthier and more rounded lifestyle to where you're able to have different types of conversations and different types of relationships with different people. You're able to like understand women's feelings better and the way that they see the world better, and that'll give you not just a heads up in like uh, in the way that you see the world, in the way that you're able to assess things, but also in your dating life as well. But that's again just not something that I think all guys can do or something that's beneficial for all guys. I think this is something that only some guys can do and that will be beneficial for some people.
Yeah, see that's where I would disagree. I would like I would say like every guy can do this if they really try. And like but the thing is, whenever it comes to, what's best, I truly believe that if you choose any route other than this, you're not going to find genuine desire, because that's what we're all searching for. Honestly, most guys can get a relationship, but they don't want the relationship because they'll be a beta bucks and they know it's like in the woman's frame and shit, and it's horrible. And she goes out all the time and does stuff, and he has no frame and he can't fucking hold it down or anything. That's the problem, is frame. And the reason why I teach what I teach and I do what I do is because guys, to protect themselves today, need the relationship in their frame. That's the only reason why I said this is like this. It's either this or you fail. Because if you do it any other way, don't get me wrong, you can do it the other ways and get genuine desire and get a girl that's crazy for you, but you need to be like a fucking damn near Chad. Like you damn near need to be like fucking in the top 4.5%. And like that's ridiculous. Like the thing is, like if you utilize pre-selection where just being around women automatically hires your status, it hacks your status. It's a hack. It hacks your status to a higher level. You automatically get opportunities with way better women, and then them having genuine desire. That's all I care about, is genuine desire, because that girl's coming to my, and I care about relationships. Now, if you're just trying to fuck, bro, I agree with you 1,000%. Go do all the pickup you want. You want to go just fuck girls? Go right ahead, bro. I'm not about fucking bitches. I'm about fucking finding relationships with a good girl that's also really down for me and wants to be in my frame. That's just, I'm not trying to be a man whore. Like I did that shit in the past. It didn't do anything good for me. Like it just, like that shit doesn't fucking make you happy or anything. Relationships make me a better man. Like a lot of guys
Yeah,
maybe do good when they're single, but I'm a piece of shit when I'm single. Like when I'm in a relationship, I'm like a really good guy. So that's why I do it like that.
yeah, I agree. Like when I'm talking about finding women, I'm also talking about finding long-term relationships. You said earlier that women have long and short-term dating strategies. Men do as well. They have different ways of like judging women based on whether or not they want to get laid or if they're looking for a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't agree with this. Like that this is something that all guys can do, or that this is like even the best way for all guys. Like the even okay, actually, what when again, when you're talking about guys being the prize, one of the things that you bring up is that on an island they're reproducing more, or even like in general they're able to reproduce more. That doesn't mean much for the individual woman. She doesn't care that you're able to reproduce more, and the rarity of your sperm or like some shit like that, that doesn't like that means nothing to her. She cares like you're when you're talking about the fact that like you're showing that you're boyfriend material, or that you're going to stick around, that you understand women, that you have women friends, like all of those things. Those things don't make you a prize either. Those are just communicating to her that you're able to take care of her, that you're able to be concerned for her, that you're able to understand her, that you're not going to just like get her pregnant and take off on her. Like those are things that communicate that. But the whole idea of like you're the prize because if you were stuck on a deserted island, you would be able to impregnate all the women. They
Well,
don't.
that's just
That
one
doesn't
of
mean
the.
anything to
It's
them.
so when I used to run my podcast, I would give four different reasons. I can't really, I haven't done my podcast in so long where I would have the girls and stuff, but I would give four different reasons to prove why men were the prize. One of the reasons was that one of them was supply and demand. How many, beautiful girls are there compared to high value men? Like, and obviously there's a supply and demand issue there. I can't remember like the other two because it's been so long since I used to do my show, but no, I used to bring out multiple hard facts, hard sometimes like that's a biological fact about the amount of life that a man creates. The thing is, a lot of women brag that I'm the creator of life. We're the prize because we make babies. And it's like, dude,
Mhm.
let's be real here. The guy who had the most kids had 700 or 888 kids. The woman with the most had fucking 69. Let's be fucking real here. Okay. So it's not that I'm trying to sit here and say that I'm not a chauvinist. I'm absolutely not a chauvinist. Okay. I don't think men are better than women. I think that I believe in complementarianism. I think that there's men that are good at certain things and women that are good at certain things. And part of that men good and women bad is the men are the dom and women are the sub. And like it's just that's how it is. And is there relationships that work opposite? Absolutely. There's some amazing relationships that act in the complete opposite, where the girl's the dom or the girl's in frame. Like I think most relationships, the girl should be in the frame. Like you're sitting here saying, I don't think most guys can achieve this. I mean, if being realistic, fuck yeah, most guys don't achieve this. Most guys do have I'd say 80% of relationships are in the woman's frame in the West, and maybe over in like Islam countries, it's like that for men. Wow, my fucking cat's knocking over all my shit. Sorry, but no, it's I really do like I kind of agree with you, but like I said, I'm always gonna push guys to do the best thing that they can do, which in my opinion is get a relationship in their frame, a girl that has genuine desire, and that's the only reason why I'm always gonna push this for guys because I don't want them chasing girls, and I don't want them just going and having hedonistic sex too. So it's just like it's like a double whammy for me.
But you do okay. So my issue is with the framing of men are the prize or women are the prize. I think both of these things are stupid, and I think that like saying like women are the prize is this like weird feministy thing where they're trying to feel like they're powerful and they're strong and that like they're not the like property or they're not they don't just exist to be some guy's wife or some guy's baby maker, and so they start to like use these fucking slogans to make themselves feel better about all that. But in reality, like it's just kind of a dumb slogan that doesn't
But
mean that.
realistically, only one is the prize, though. Like you agree with me, only
No,
one person who,
no, no,
but,
I
yeah, but
don't.
only one person is the leader. Do two people drive the car?
That doesn't.
Do
Wait,
two people?
who?
How many
It
people drive
doesn't
the car?
matter. Why does the leader decide who is the prize? This is what we keep going back to. Is you keep saying, well, they're the prize because of
Well, we don't
this
have to call it
reason,
the
and then
prize
I
then.
ask,
Let's not call it the
why?
prize. Then let's not call it the prize. What do you want me to call it? But I will say that the guy is the leader because they do want a leader.
I do think that women are attracted to leadership qualities for sure. I don't know that that makes them the prize because yes, women are, there's tons of things in women that guys want as well. Yet that doesn't make them the prize either. So it doesn't really translate from one to the other unless both people are the prize. Then I guess that makes sense. But then it's kind of pointless to bring up at all, right?
I just think they want a guy who's a decision maker because nobody likes a guy who can't solve a problem. So like if a
Yeah.
guy can't like solve the issues or if he doesn't take charge to solve issues, that's what I mean mostly by like leadership. And the thing like I will be honest and say my girl has the frame in multiple things in our relationship because that's her expertise. I'm not going to argue with something that she's good at. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to do what I do that I'm good and she respects that and she does what she's good and I respect that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like it. It is just the framing because it is like this is like a lot of the issues that I have with feminism is that they find like little tiny things and then create these weird slogans around them, and then those weird slogans develop into a ton of other things where it's like I don't need no men need me and bullshit like that. And it's like that. It's not one way or the other. Like men want women, women want men. Neither one needs the other. We enjoy each other's company. We like the relationships and we want to have sex. We want to have relationships. And so we just want each other. Neither one of us needs each other in any way.
Yeah, and I really like I can tell that you're a very like centered person, and honestly I respect that a lot, bro, because that's how I'm trying to be. Like I call myself purple pill pod. Like I'm super in the fucking middle,
Sure.
and I really don't like being a bias towards one side or the other. So like I think we would actually be very much in agreement on that. We don't like feminism versus the man. Like obviously that causes like a duo dynamic when we do this shit. But I will admit that there's certain tactics that I do like that one right there. I also like if I ever see a girl shaming a guy for his dick size, I'll immediately shame their fucking vagina for being a fucking roast
Sure.
beef or being a fucking wizard sleeve. Like I'll hit
Yeah.
back in those. Like there's certain I feel like guys suck at shaming, bro. Like being realistic, like some dudes fucking suck at shaming or like kind of fighting back against some of the shit. Like the clapback game is weak for dudes right now. And it's like if you don't get good at clapbacks, like I don't like I think comedy is a leader of culture like or like culture is downstream from comedy sometimes. So I really just think that we have to like use comedy and use shame to kind of drive the culture into a new direction.
Yeah, somewhat. Like I'm not religious anymore. I left religion a little over a year ago. And um I don't depending on what it is we're shaming maybe but there are some things that I'm definitely in favor of shaming because stigmatizing things makes it less likely to exist in culture. But when it comes to what religious people want to shame, a lot of times I'm going to have a lot more disagreements with them on what it is we ought to shame.
So would you consider yourself atheist now?
I guess I've never really like called myself atheist, but I don't know that there's really like a differentiating factor that I could name that would say I'm not atheist, but other people are. I don't know that I could actually like articulate something like that. So I'm probably considered atheist.
When you used to be a Christian?
Hmm.
You don't think that like it's practical that Jesus like did all the things that happened or any of that stuff? Like you don't believe in any of it?
It's possible that he did them. I just wouldn't believe that he was the son of God or that it was like some like
Miracle.
immaculate thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one of the like biggest problems that I had was like I grew up, yeah, very sheltered in a lot of ways, especially from things like science and evolution and shit like that. And so then learning about that stuff after growing up in a very fundamentalist household made me look at everything that I knew and everything that I learned again and was like, oh shit, this is actually like very different from the way that I grew up and the way that I understood the world. And yeah, kind of had like a reality check for a while where now, yeah, I have trouble even just believing that there's a God in the first place.
No, I mean I respect it. Like when it comes to like science and stuff, have you ever looked into like determinism versus like free will?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think about that? Like, do you believe in determinism or do you believe more in free will? Or are you like in the middle, like with both? I think there's a word for both, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I would say I'm somewhere in between. Like I think that like there's you're definitely limited on the amount of options that you have. So when you have free will, you can't just choose literally anything because you're super
Your
limited
environment.
on your choices. Yes,
Yeah.
and your choices are limited based on the choices that you've made in the past. Those already determine the lack of options that you have going forward. But I still think that you have an option to that you're still the one choosing between these things. But because you're also like socialized differently and that you've learned a limited amount of things as well, this is going to highly influence which options you take and which decisions you make. And so, yeah, it's somewhere in the middle.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I like my thing is that I really like tie it to religion because I think that there's a lot of people who are like on a deterministic path. Like I think that nature and God are the same thing. Like I think that a lot of people confuse it and try to separate these type of things, space and time and everything. Like it to me, it's all connected, and just understanding that fact alone, that it's all connected, kind of makes everything make a lot more sense. And the reason why I think because even evolution to get to the point where we're at today, we're fucking intelligent chimpanzees that can fucking make an iPhone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a deterministic path that nature is on. And yeah, I just truly believe that it's all leading towards something. Like it's trying to do something. I don't know what the fuck this program is trying to make, but it's trying to fucking create something. It's like it's a self-creating mechanism. And now that there's thought involved and there's like this ability to have consciousness and like multiple other consciousnesses coming together to work together and build things, man, I think some
Mhm.
crazy shit could happen.
Well, okay, so let me ask you. So I did watch like I said, we've been going over the debate with you and Andrew and Alex and Ashley, and I've had Alex and Ashley on here to talk about it. I've DM'd with Andrew a little bit back and forth talking about it. There's some like I obviously agreed with the way that Andrew was going about it, saying that like he's making the negative claims, so you can't really ask him to come up with the topic and tell them like what each thing is, though you do have to agree on a definition. And that was where things kind of uh like
Kept getting
went off
derailed.
course.
Yeah.
Yes, and even the way that you're talking about it, it just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Like if you're saying, "Hey, red pill is this like group of it's a group of like what do you call it? Descriptive claims, including like evopsych and stuff like that. How do I know if I say women like taller men? How do I know that this is a red pill claim and not just a normal descriptive claim that's not red pill? How do I separate one from the other?
If it has peer reviewed data.
Wait, but that just makes it scientific. Like you're just saying that all science is red pill now.
Yeah, I mean, no, if science is the discovery of truth, then yeah, I would say like when you discover a truth, like a red pill truth, like those type of things. I mean, I would say that at that point, even math is fucking red pill. Like 1 + 1 = 2 is a red pill truth, like
Yes,
because it's the
math
reality
is
of the
red
world.
pill. That's what I'm saying. Yes, descriptive claims are going to be red pill. then how do I know which descriptive claims are red pill and which ones aren't? Like if there's a
Evolutionary
study
psychology.
showing that like households do better with women in charge, and if they're wearing the pants and that they run everything, would that be a red pill claim now just because it has studies and peer reviews and science behind it? Or is that going to be something that's sectioned off for like feminism to use, but red pill doesn't really use that?
Oh, dude, I bring this up all the time. All the feminism stats are just fucking red pill stats. Like they bring up so much stats about rape and murder. Like shout out to Dr. David Buss in his book Why Men Behave Bad. They fucking take every stat from that damn book and fucking throw it on the internet every day, about how bad men are, rape and or rape and all that type of stuff. So, I definitely like consider all those red pill facts. Like I have tons of debates with feminists, and I bring up, yeah, like I agree with feminists on a lot of shit, but my big thing is it's like, yeah, we might, kill fucking like there's 1% of men that are psychopaths that go crazy and kill people, but yeah, y'all kill fucking babies. Like, what's your fucking point? Like, yeah, like there's like I have a red pill fact for everyone. For everyone that they use, I have one too.
Yeah, sure. I'm not, I don't think that I'm getting like a differentiator in any way. Like, is because in the debate, right, they're bringing up things that are descriptive claims that come from somebody like Rollo Tomasi, right? And they're saying, hey, these are descriptors that are that have got that Rollo Tomasi got from studies that he preaches to his audience. And then you guys say, well, that's not red pill. That's just something a content creator said. But by your definition here, that is red pill.
Well, no, the problem is whenever he says other, you know what Rolo does. What he does is he reads a study, and then he brings it into a whole other thing where he's like, "This study says women fucking like the dual mating strategy." It's like, oh, dual mating strategy, it's a thing. All these women are fucking the pool boy, like
Yeah.
what the fuck, Rolo? Like that's what we mean when we bring that up because the description is great. Like the whole conversation on dual mating is cool, but then when you're like, oh, every woman's fucking the pool boy, that's when you're like, all right, bro, come on, Rolo. Like you took it too far there, bro. Like, and the thing is, everybody forgets Rolo was in marketing. He went to college for marketing. This guy's not an idiot. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows how to market himself. He's gonna say the right things to get the right clicks. He wrote the right things in the book to make sure it would get bought again and again and again. He's not an idiot.
I don't know about that, but I don't know that him being in marketing means that he's not an idiot. But yeah, I think like he is using descriptive claims, he is using studies, and then he is using these as advice for men to get women. This is red pill. This is by definition, this is red pill now. You guys just don't have the same thing. So it's like if somebody says like, hey, this is a liberal uh um idea that like you should that like abortion should be legal all the way up to like the second trimester. And then I say, well, I'm a liberal, but I'm not in favor of abortion. It's still a liberal thing, and it's still something that like exists. And so if somebody says, hey, these liberal ideals are harmful, I would have to admit, okay, yes, that is a liberal ideal and it is harmful.
Well, that's where the debate comes up. Is there's a debate over what's harmful, and like the thing is, I would like
Right,
the red pill
but that's the point
description is
is that
just that.
you would that's the point is that you would agree that a lot of the things that Rollo Tomasi says are harmful, and by definition the things that he's saying are red pill. Therefore, there are things that are said by the red pill that are harmful. And we're talking about the largest content creators who call themselves red pill and use red pill ideology. People like Rollo Tomasi, Fresh and Fit, and Just Pearly Things. These are the biggest creators who are getting the most red pill talking points out to the most amount of people. And so if they are saying harmful things, you would have to admit, okay, yes, I disagree with them, but also they are doing harmful things using red pill to do it.
Well, what I would say is that they're using red pill to push horrible stuff. Like, yeah, like what the last part that you said, but that's it. Like, it's just, but red pill isn't bad in itself. Like, evolutionary psychology is amazing, bro. Like, I didn't start reading that shit until like a year into my pot, like probably like 9 months ago or so. I read it. Like, I started reading all the books. And I really, dude, I never fucking read a book on dating. I never, like, I've always had girls. I started my podcast because I thought everybody was a bunch of dorks online and I wanted to fucking like teach these guys that they didn't have to do all this stupid red pill shit to fucking get girls. And that's why I got into it. I started reading the books, and that shit made my relationship better. It made me better. Like, these books are good things to read. Like, the red pill by itself is a great thing. It's just the content creators that suck. And I will agree with you all day fucking long that they suck. I will agree with you all day. I hate Myron, bro. Myron hates me. He just fucking made up with fucking Pearl. He still hates me. He ain't gonna make up with me after the hit piece I did on his ass. Like, trust me, bro. There's nobody. I just got my 12th red pill fucking block badge, bro. I just got blocked by my 12th red pill fucking create like big accounts, bro, on Twitter. I get blocked by all of them. There's not a person who attacks red pill more than me. And the reason why I'm so good at attacking it is because I know it so well. Because I can shove down their throat that they don't even fucking know red pill better than me. That they're not, they
Yeah,
don't
but
even know
in
about
that
evolution
case, then
psychology as
you
much
just
as me.
have to admit that red pill is harmful. Like I
I
can say,
do.
like
I
yes,
know that the red pill creators though are harmful though. I love red, bro. I'm purple pill, but purple pill is being red pill in a
but
relationship.
that
It's
was the
fine.
title of the debate that you were in. It was about like the prompt was about red pill
It
creators,
was
right?
is
And
red.
so
No. It wasn't like the title on the thing. Like, look at the video. It says is red pill bad? Is red pill
well,
harmful? It
that's not
doesn't say creators.
what's on the title of the video doesn't matter. It's what prompt you got in a DM that says, "Hey, do you want to do this debate?" And from
Yeah.
what
See,
I
I
understand,
never,
that said
bro.
red pill creators.
Bro, I'm just a regular old stunner, dude. I don't fucking read a bunch of shit. Like I do, bro, when I come into these debates, I'm not trying to sit here and fucking prep for fucking 3 hours, right? Dude, I'm just a normal fucking 80 IQ fucking dork. I'm just good at reading books, bro. I'm not some fucking debate, bro, genius or anything. I came into it just to fucking have fun. And that's how I do all this stuff. I'm never trying to fucking sit here and try to like be better than other people when it comes to shit. I'm a retard.
I don't, I don't know what to say to that. Then
I
I'm
own
not
it,
trying to
bro.
like. I'm not trying to debate in a debate. I'm just a fucking retard. I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't know what to say to that. Then okay, like I
No,
guess.
but like whenever I did that debate, like I'm just letting you know I was winging it, dude. Like I went into the debate, I read the title, the title says it's just red pill. I guess it's just red pill, bro. I can't even see the description right now, you know. That's why I told them in the video because it's just like I don't know, I'm stupid.
Okay. Because yeah, like the way that you said, like it's not red pill that's harmful. Like I agree with this. Like authoritarianism isn't in and of itself isn't harmful, but it gives people the ability to do harm with it. There could be this like authoritarian dictator that is like actually he really cares about everybody and he wants to like do what the people want and what's best for everybody and he really like makes all the right choices for people. It's just that that never happens. Anytime there is an authoritarian leader, he gets crazy with control and then fucks everybody over. And there's famine and like all sorts of other shit. And it's just like authoritarianism just seems to lead to that sort of thing, even though it's not bad in and of itself. We know that with humans, it just doesn't mix well. And so with Red Pill, it doesn't matter if red pill in and of itself is this thing that is inherently harmful. What matters is that there's too many people who are using it to push harmful ideas.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
I would agree
it's
with
like
you.
when I go and I talk about this shit, I talk about dating. I talk about all the same things. And I'm also using studies and I'm also using descriptive claims and I'm also using Evo Psych and all of this. But I don't call myself Red Pill because there's a community called Red Pill and they push some fucking
And they're a
crazy
piece of
shit.
shit.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
associate myself with them. So
Yeah.
when I talk about this, I'm talking about it just like any normal person would using studies and stats and data and all of that. Like literally anybody. I just don't call myself red pill while I'm doing it because I don't agree with a lot of the shit that red pill, the community pushes.
Yeah, and I would completely agree, bro. Like it's like I'm trying to save a bunch of fucking retards that like are never gonna fucking change. Like honestly, like I put myself out for an impossible task to try to change all those dudes because I don't want them to fucking fall. The reason why I started all the shit that I did, man, was I joined a Red Pill Discord here in Dallas. It was the Fresh and Fit Dallas Discord. They were like doing a meetup here and all this shit, and I was just trying to make friends with some of the guys from the thing, and we debated all the time. I had a girlfriend, I had a business, I was making good money, I was more successful than most of the guys in the Discord, and they would disagree with me on shit. And I was like, dude, I want to make a podcast on this because we've had really good debates. A lot of y'all agree with me now. Like, why the fuck would I not like take this to the next level? I want to help those guys, bro. Like, I don't see a bunch of red pillars as a bunch of fucking losers that are never gonna make it. Like, I see them as a bunch of lost kids that fucking need somebody to guide them out of that shit. Like they're kind of just stuck in a bad path, and it's not a bad concept in and of itself. It's just a bunch of bad leaders, and I agree with you on it. That's why I have to scream even louder from the top of the hills, like that this shit's fucking stupid, and that people need to understand what it really is and stop saying all this dumb shit. Like you just inspire me even more to fight even harder to fix people's mindset on it because it's fucked up. I agree with you.
Okay. Well, that entire fucking like 3-hour debate just got settled in 2 minutes. I
mean, that's also if you look at all the red pill debates, bro. And I told Ashley that in the debate, like this is gonna end up just like how all the other ones do. They always end in the same conversation. What is red pill? Oh, it's this. It's a praxeology. That's not the people. Like this is. It's literally. It's happened like 300 times online. Like what me and Andrew repeated was what fucking 150 other shows already did. Like it was so stupid. Like honestly, like and dude, I want to attack Red Pill so bad. Like I'm planning on trying to do all types of series of debates to like go against those dudes. And I would love to
Well,
team
the
up with
problem
you
is,
on some of them, bro. Because it would be
yeah,
great
sure.
to go and attack those guys.
I'm totally down. But like, this is the problem is that, and I had a very long debate with Torsha about this a while ago, where when we first met, where like the definition that people give of red pill isn't a definition. Like it literally just isn't. It does not qualify as a definition. It qualifies as like a descriptive of what red pill is, but it's not a definition because it doesn't tell you why you're red pill and why I'm not, even though we're both doing literally the same thing. We're both using the same information, but one is red pill, one isn't. The definition has to somehow separate you from me, and it doesn't. It just describes what literally anybody who's talking about dating in modern age, they just describes all of them. All of them are the same. They're all doing the same thing. They're all using descriptive claims from studies and stats and data and EvoPsych and all this shit. We're all using the same stuff. We just come to different conclusions in the end, and it doesn't separate one from the other. And the difference to me is one is a community where they use the label red pill because there's a lot that they agree on, and so they use the same types of ideas to push in that community. Whereas over here, even though we fit the definition of red pill, we're not saying the same shit at all. We're saying very, very, very different things, almost the opposite of red pill a lot of times, yet we still fit the definition. So the definition in and of itself doesn't make sense, and that's why everybody always ends up getting into a battle over what is or isn't red pill, is because the definition just literally isn't a definition.
I'm just going based off of the Godfather, what the Godfather Rollo Tomasi says, which is that it's a praxeology and it's only what is. It's just what the fucking stats say. It's just the descriptive. Like that's all I'm going off of. But anything I ever say, it's not like I'm pulling it out of my ass. You know it. You know what Rollo says. It's just repeating what the fuck he says. And dude, I've debated Rollo on like I've been on the other side of the table on your side right now. And I debated him on his show in Vegas, you know, and I pushed back exactly everything that you just said. I honestly just did that debate because I wanted to help Ashley out. She hooked me up. Like I was nervous to do another debate with Andrew because he destroyed me so hard the first time, but we were on the same team. So like, I didn't have to worry about it this time. But like, I wasn't really like trying to take that shit super serious because at the same time, I agree with you, bro. Like, honestly, there's a lot of my episodes where I've been like, fuck red pill, fuck all these dorks. Like, I hate all these fucking people. Like, I sound just like you on probably half of my episodes. It's just right now, I'm trying. Everybody's kind of coming together right now. You saw Pearl and Fresh and Fit did a show yesterday, probably. That's a huge deal. I even have a lot of beef with Myron, and I'm talking to a few people talking about trying to settle it. Like, there's like everybody's trying to just kind of settle beefs right now and come together. And when it comes to politics, bro, and when it comes to men sticking up for like men's rights or any of those type of things, all this beef is all fucking stupid. Like, who gives a fuck about what pill anybody is, or if you're a MRA or if you're a tradcon? If you're just about kind of fixing the system, if you're about marriage and you want the marriage laws to change to give more incentive for guys to get married and stuff, That's what guys should be really sticking together about. Like honestly, like fuck all the fucking pill shit and all that. It's not a big deal.
Um, yeah, to some extent, I like it's just like you said, like that is like Rollo Tomasi's definition. So everybody just repeats what he says, but it doesn't make sense. It's as if I say like, oh, a phone is a square or a rectangle device that has a screen that you can watch things on. And it's like, okay, well now like my computer screen is a phone, my television is a phone, my like I can name tons of things that fit this definition, but it's not a definition. It's just like a descriptor of what it looks like, but that's not really like a definition that separates it. The point of a definition is to separate it from other things so that you can categorize it as its own thing, right? And so the red pill definition is like, yes, if we would have to include that it just kind of is a community of specific ideas, not all descriptive, scientific, and evo psych ideas, but specific ones. And then once we get the specific ones, now we can start talking about like, okay, well, who's pushing these? What are the biggest and most popular ones? Like Alex wanted to bring up the what is it 10% of guys are sleeping with 90% of women. Like that's like a thing that the biggest red pillars push, but tons of other people who call themselves red pill don't agree with that. And so it has to be like defined as like a community, almost like the word liberal is like this general ideology. But just because you disagree with some things and agree with others doesn't mean that you stop being liberal, right? Just like you can be red pill, but you can also disagree with a bunch of things that are popular red pill beliefs.
Yeah, it's just like the manosphere is like all the men coaches type thing. Yeah, it's like a huge fucking sect of all of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and like yeah, like trust me, I like hate all my fucking brothers in my religion. Basically, they're all a bunch of fucking idiots. I agree with you, 100%. I don't like any of them. Like I said, bro, I got 12 fucking gym badges. I fucking got banned by. I got fucking blocked by all of them on Twitter.
So why do you call yourself red pill then? Like what is it? Is the point to like try to change it from the inside out, or what? Like what is what's
Yeah, I
the
do. I
why
do
there
want to
then?
change it from the inside out. I do. I think I have a master strat. I don't think I've seen the religious debates happen a fucking dozen times. I had Ruslan debate Michael Sartain at my studio a year ago. Like I've seen it a dozen times. It's the religious people can't beat it. There's no way a religious person can like kind of win that war, but I can use it against them. I can use their own stats against them. I can use Rolo's own fucking definition of what red pill is against him. I can use all that against them and make them look fucking stupid, and that's what I'm doing. And that's why they all blocked me, bro. Like they all know that, like, and all they're doing is just charging up my fucking hydro blast. It's not a big deal. I'm just. It just takes 2 turns to get the solar beam going. I'm not worried about it.
I
I'm not.
don't
I'm
know
not
what
worried
any
about
of
it,
that
bro.
means.
You didn't play
I'm gonna
Pokemon
be
growing
honest
up,
with.
bro?
Oh, okay. It's a Pokemon
Come on,
reference. Okay,
Pokemon, man.
I wasn't picking it up.
It
Okay.
takes a couple turns for that shit to charge up.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nah, man, that's it. Really, I'm really happy to always find people that are allies in the war against the red pill. So I'm really happy that I found out how you feel about stuff. Because if I have any debates against red pill people soon, I want to hit you up if you want to do some 2v2s and go
Did you
fucking.
think I was red pill coming in?
No, I just remembered you from Torshas, but I don't remember. Like I didn't know. Like obviously, I knew that you know about red pill. Like it's not like I hit you up thinking you're just a random person who knows who just like doesn't know about it at all. But yeah, I knew that you knew a lot about red pill because of Torsha. So yeah, I'm always just excited about talking about evolutionary psychology or just any of these type of things, man. Because most people, uh, I really don't like fucking talking about evolutionary psychology online because most people are really fucking bad about it. Like most people don't read any of the books. Like they don't know any of the shit, and especially when it comes to like pre-selection. Like I just bought matechoicecopying.com because I'm going to start a blog, and I'm literally just going to talk about pre-selection, just mate choice copying all day long, just blog about it all day because it's such a fucking deep field in itself, and I love that shit. I'm literally obsessed with it. I was raised with 4 sisters. I have a mom and a stepmom. My mom owned a hair salon, so I was in a hair salon all day long with women when I would get out of school. Um, I had best friends that are girls that I lived with. I've had multiple girlfriends that I lived with. All my friends are girls. Like I have a friend group of guys, and like I've had paintball teams and stuff. So like I've always like had guys that are friends too. But for the most part, in general, I'm kind of surrounded by fucking bitches, and that's just like normal to me, and that's life to me. Like if anybody was meant to do what I do and talk about, it's fucking me, man. Like it's just the way I was raised and who I am. So I'm just lean. I just
Yeah.
lean. Like if there's anything I've been doing lately, I'm just trying to be more authentic and just lean more into myself because that's the best
Okay.
thing you can do. And yeah, I'm just being me, man.
Um, let me see. Do you have time? Do you need to go? I was going to see if like my audience has any questions for you or anything.
Yeah, they can ask questions. I'm cool. I'm not doing nothing.
Let's see. Ask him if he would ever go Amish and get rid of computers and all communication devices. Never mind. Don't ask him that. What the fuck? Okay.
I like
I
how
wish
they
you
put
would
that
put
at
that
the
at
end
the
of the
beginning.
message.
Yes. Yeah. I wish you'd put that at the beginning. Yeah. Not the end. But okay. That's
What games do you usually play?
right now I'm playing Factorio, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not good at solo games, bro. I can't play RPGs, but like ever since I moved my studio home, it's like I can play video games now. And I'm a big gamer nerd. Like my whole life I've been like I'm a big team player though. I can't do anything solo like Factorio. Like I know you can do it with other people too, but like I've never played games like this at all. It reminds me of Destiny though that you fucking do this while you're streaming. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he played Factorio as well, actually. I got it from Hassan, I think. So I watched Destiny play it, but it just looked stupid. It didn't look like anything that I would ever play. And then Hassan started talking about it, and he's like, I heard this is a great game. Everybody loves it. Such a good game. And I was like, yo, if like Destiny's playing it and Hassan is still willing to say it's a good game, then like it must actually be really good. Like it must actually be freaking great. And I kept hearing people say that like if you're ADHD, it's actually like even better, and that like it gets you like super hooked on it, and that yeah, it's just becomes super addictive if you're ADHD. And so I was like, okay, then like that's uh even more
I'm
of a
gonna have to
reason for
try
me to
this
give it a
out,
shot.
bro. I'm
I
gonna have to
love
try.
this freaking game.
Dude, I
I
don't know if I need
love
something
this
to
game.
take some dopamine from me though. I don't know if I need a dopamine addiction right now.
Oh man, I love this game. Like, yes, I got the first time I played it, I was super addicted to it and just couldn't get off of it. And then I beat it, and I beat it so quickly that I was like really upset that I beat it. I was sitting there like, shit, dude, I didn't want to beat this game. I wanted to keep playing it. This fucking sucks, dude. So I waited like a year, and then now I'm picking it up again and starting over from the beginning. Uh and like the playing it the second time is almost a little bit better because you already know how to like plan things out and what's going to happen and all of that. So yeah, I love this freaking game. Okay, the Trib asked, can you give 10 red pill beliefs that separate red pill from other ideologies? It doesn't have to be 10, but do you have are there some that you would
Shit.
consider to be specifically red pill?
Nah, because like what I was kind of saying earlier is that I actually see a lot of red pill descriptors or descriptors very similar to Bible descriptors. So I can't. It's kind of hard for me to separate from ideologies because part of what I'm doing, bro, is I'm trying to find a connection between the science and the red pill shit with religion. That's actually something I'm daily doing notes on and really trying to connect the two. I'll have a harder time separating those than it would for me to fucking put them together because I found more correlation in the stats with religion than I have found the opposite of them like not going together.
Hmm. Okay. Wait, was that your Discord?
That was mine, yeah.
Okay.
My bad. My audio's on for it. I want to get. I want to.
Um,
Oh, another reason why I can't play games is because my games like make a weird audio sound as soon as I boot them up. But God, I want to play games. So I just beat Pokemon Red, and I wanted to do Silver and Gold on here, but I don't know.
yeah,
That's
you
like
have
the
to if you play games on stream, you don't want to use StreamYard. You want to use OBS. StreamYard. I used to use StreamYard initially when I started streaming, but I just couldn't play games, and use StreamYard. It was too much of a problem. So
I
I
need to
had
figure it. I need to figure out OBS. I'm just being a bum about it. I know that it's the
it's
only
rough.
or
It's
Streamlabs.
rough
I
at the
know I got to
beginning.
do one. Or Streamlabs is OBS now, right? Aren't they the same thing?
No,
OBS Streamlabs.
they're yeah. So Streamlabs uses OBS, but it's its own version. So
Ah,
it's a little bit different. It's like a completely different version of OBS, a completely different program. Okay, the Trib for $5 says, does he think the red pill needs denominations so they can separate the real ones from the fake red pillars? Is this just a point of view difference? So, like, yeah, he's saying like, not I don't like the real ones from the fake ones, but at least, yeah, different denominations saying we have slightly different ways of going about things, or we have like the Rollo Tomasi denomination versus the Michael Sartain denomination, or something like that.
1,000%. That is definitely how I separate it. I separate it based off of their strategies. Like there's the MGTOWs, the black, like the Doomers or the black pills to me. Like there's even white pillars who are like super hopeful. There's the Christ pillars that are super Christian. Like MGTOW, as I said, there's the passport bros who their solution is like being passport, but they're red pill. There's the pickup artists who are just crazy about pickup. There's the dating app guys that just do dating apps all day long. So yeah, I definitely think that there's like different sects, and I would say it's just like Christianity, bro. Like honestly, like I consider myself a Christian. I mean, I don't wear a cross or anything, but I do consider myself like a Christian, and I'm very crazy about my faith. But I don't. I would think that most Christians aren't really Christians. Like I'm super against orthodoxy. I'm super against Catholicism. I have like really good debates, man. Well, I actually might do a debate against Andrew or somebody soon because I'm just a really big Protestant, honestly, which is kind of different, and it's kind of hard to defend Protestantism because it's like the worst one sometimes. So
I was yeah, I totally agree.
yeah, so
It
but
can be
no, it's
rough.
just like what Andrew was saying in the debate. Like you can't say all Christianity is bad or all Christians are bad just because like maybe Baptists or fucking Catholics are horrible. So like and that's how I see red pill. It's like not all red pill is bad because of just the fucking retards that fuck everything up. I actually have like on my bio, like I call myself a misandrologist because like I'm against men and women. Like I'm against shitty men and shitty women. Like I hate shitty people. Like I think 80 like I seriously believe like 80-90% of people are unself-aware fucking retards. And I don't like being
Mm.
around them. Like I'm just being honest, I don't like being around it. I've always had a hard time with friend groups with dudes sometimes like doing shitty stuff. Like I've seen women be bad. I've just like based off of altruism because I'm a very altruistic person. I've given a lot to other people. I've helped a lot of others. Man, yeah, most people aren't like that. Maybe it's because they don't want to give back to you too, but I think in general for most people walking around, like 80-90% of people aren't going to be good people to you. Like you need to find your tribe and your people around you that like you. But for the most part, I don't like most people.
Base. I think it was Noah wants to know what's your favorite Pokemon.
Oh, that's a really good one. I just got done grinding like crazy to get Dragonite, so maybe Dragonite because I'm so excited about getting them. But no,
Wait,
Alakazam is pretty big
what
deal.
are you playing?
I was playing Pokemon Red. I had to get
Oh,
to
okay.
like level 55 or something to fucking get them leveled up. It was such a bitch, dude. It was just I didn't do like the rare candy glitch or anything, so I was just going against the Elite Four over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
I think my favorite one when I played was Zapdos, I believe. I think
I
something
haven't
like
see.
that.
I didn't go get any legendary birds yet. I need to go do the whatchamacallit. I need to go do like do like 100 nuggets, like get a bunch of free nuggets so I can like buy a bunch of old. Actually, I have enough money to buy the ultra balls, I think. But yeah, I should probably try to go get like Zapdos and stuff soon. But I'm more excited right now. Or actually, I wanted to do yellow because I saw how you can get all three of the starter. I for some reason I think when I was a kid I didn't know how to get all three of the starter Pokemon. Like how you could get Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur if you like do certain things in yellow, like trade with certain people and shit. So I'm
Huh?
I'm probably gonna play yellow first and get the three original, like all three of them with Pikachu and like do like a full run with like all four of them getting badass, like basically copying the show, and then I'll probably do gold and silver.
My brother has played like all of them over and over and over and over. He just like replays it
Is he
a million
autistic?
times. Dude, we thought so, but he got tested when he was younger, and they said no. So,
I think speed running is dope if you're good at it. Like I wish I would have got good at speed running years ago because that shit is cool as fuck. I love watching speed running videos. That shit is cool.
I don't know if he speed ran it. I think he just likes playing it over and over.
That's what I realized when I was watching the walkthroughs. It's like, dude, there's people that do these walkthrough videos and they've ran through Pokemon like a dozen times. It's like, how did you play this game a dozen fucking times? Like, when I was a kid, I never even beat it one time. I was so bad. I was such a fucking idiot.
Hmm.
Like, I couldn't even beat Donkey Kong 64 either. I couldn't beat Mario either on 64 when I was a kid. How old are you?
35.
Oh, so yeah, so I'm 33. So like we kind of had like the same systems around back then. What was your favorite game when you were a kid?
Of the Pokemon or just in general?
Just any like N64 or Game Boy, like
Shoot,
any or
probably
GameCube.
GoldenEye. Probably was the thing I played the most. That was my go-to. I had the N64 with the 4 controllers, and I always had like me and my friends all sitting around playing with 4 people at once, screaming and yelling. It glitched. The game's cheating. It glitched. I shot you first.
I didn't like GoldenEye that much. Like I was bad at it. So my big thing was
Uh,
I got good at Smash Bros. I will wreck anybody at 64 Smash Bros. And as Link too. Like if somebody can play Pikachu or fucking Fox, I'm gonna fuck you up with fucking Link. They're not gonna be able to even get close to me with the boomerangs and the bombs that I throw. It's like
I
I
never
was so
played,
good at
uh,
that shit
I never played Smash Bros very much. I like it. I didn't have it, so the only times I ever played it was at other people's houses and
when they had it.
on their consoles. Yeah.
What was your next console that you got? Like whenever all like the big three came out, like PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube. Which one of them did you get?
I got a PlayStation, and over time eventually switched to Xbox One.
Okay. So like, did you play Xbox Live when you got your Xbox One?
Uh huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gears of War
Gears of War was the big one, dude. That
all
first
day.
one was
Gears of
so
War.
good, dude. That
It
shit
was.
was so much fun,
I literally
honestly.
got Xbox just to play Gears of War. That was like the whole reason I got an Xbox
Just to
was
shoot
just
people's
because I
heads
wanted
off
to.
with a shotgun.
Yes, just to get a shotgun and freaking fly through somebody as I blow their entire body all over the place. It was
It
so
was such a good game. That was, dude. Whenever I have the nostalgia where like you think about like those early games, it's crazy. Yeah, I was a big Halo kid, so like I got an Xbox. Well, actually, I didn't even get an Xbox at first. Like my mom couldn't afford to get me one, but I bought Halo 2 at the midnight. Like I got the anniversary edition like at midnight, and I didn't even have an Xbox for like 4 or 5 months until like my birthday came, and I think I saved up money from that to get one and finally like get to play. But I would go to my friends' houses after school and I would have my Halo 2 anniversary edition in my fucking backpack at school all day. And like just ready to go fucking play Halo after school every day.
I don't think my parents ever bought me a console. I don't think that ever happened. I think every console that me or my brother ever got, we bought it ourselves every single
Yeah.
time. Like the first console I ever got was the Super Nintendo, and it was like when I think N64 came out. My friend wanted to give me the Super Nintendo because I had never had a console before, so he gave me that. And then me and my brother saved up like tons of coins and change and shit, and went and bought our own N64 and got like extra controllers for it and everything. And that like I think came with like 2 games or something like that back then. So like when you bought the console, you got a couple games with it. Um, and then I got the PlayStation, I think was given to me. I bought a PlayStation 2, and then I bought the Xbox, and then the Xbox One S, and then the PlayStation 3, and I don't think I've gotten another after that. Yeah, I think that's
When did
it.
you get into PC?
This is like really like the only PC game that I've really gotten into. Like I think the first PC game I ever played was Fall Guys, I think.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
fun. That was a good one when it first came.
yeah. So I played Fall Guys, and I have Steam, so like I download some other games like Tetris and shit like that, like uh more simple games. But I'm not really like much of a PC gamer either. I wouldn't consider myself much of a gamer at all.
Dude, PC is like the shit. I have a big friend group of gamers, and I've been friends with them since we were like 13, like with Halo days. And I love every time they hit me up and they're like, I think they're playing a pretty badass new game right now, actually. It's called Helldivers. Yeah, I think they're all playing something called Helldivers right now. But I love it whenever there's like a good team game that comes out on PC because it's way better than fucking like console shit, honestly.
Yeah, one of my favorite games ever is Destiny. I loved Destiny, and I
You're a
was really
Destiny
good
guy.
at it. Yeah, or even like I played um I was really good at like NBA 2K, and I like had like every game every year. I was like getting it pre-ordered, and then I was like trying to like get ranked every single year. I think it was 2 years or maybe 3 years where I was ranked in the top 200 on team play, where you actually like just pick a team and play with them over and over and over and over against a bunch of different people. It's not like tournaments or anything. You just like it's just exhibition matches. And yeah, either 2 or 3 different years yeah, 2 to 3 years in a row I was ranked in the top 200 by the time the next game came out.
Jeez, Destiny was cool, but I only did one raid with my friends, and like me and my girl were like arguing or something while I was doing it because you know you have to like concentrate really hard for the raid shit, and like it
I couldn't do it. I could never
yeah.
do it. That was what, like, I love the online play,
Oh
but
yeah, I like the team play. Yeah,
the raid shit,
the player
I
versus
like
player.
there was never I didn't have friends who played the game. I couldn't get
So you
other
couldn't
people to
do
come
it
help, so I couldn't
unless
do
you got
anything. I
online.
was
Yeah.
stuck at like specific points for like weeks at a time sometimes where I can't get through because I remember this one thing where like you have to have four people all stand on these different buttons in order to get something to like rise up out of the ground, and I just like ran around forever trying to get all four by myself, like for like a week because I couldn't get other people to help, and I think I eventually just gave up and quit. Like I was so pissed off.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are crazy about Destiny rating. Like I have a few friends that still do the Destiny bullshit all the time. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was a Titan. I loved playing the online games. Like I have like a highlight reel of me playing online and just getting like tons of kills in a row and taking out entire teams and shit.
I just
I
love
loved
that
online
Bungie.
play.
I just love Bungie made that game. Like it was
Mhm.
basically a Halo fucking, a new Halo kind of.
Yep, much more extreme version of Halo. Yeah,
I wish
completely.
Halo would come back. Like I would take Halo 1,000% serious if it come somehow went viral and became the biggest game ever again. Like I would be so fucking just stuck in Halo world again because that was the
Did you
greatest
play
time of
like
my life.
what was it called? Like the master class or whatever?
What in Halo?
Yeah, they came out with like a new version where they even had like Halo 2 where it was like redesigned and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
upgraded and everything. That one
yeah.
was a lot of fun. I
Yeah, no,
downloaded
yeah,
that.
I went back and played that for sure. It was fun as fuck. It's just not the same though. Like it's like gaming just isn't the same as it used to be. I used to
Yeah,
be really big. Like I was going to MLG tournament. Like when I was 15, I went to
really.
MLG Orlando, MLG Anaheim, MLG Dallas. That one year I went ham, and then like one year I did coaching for Shadowrun, which was like a really cool game that not a lot of people know about. But I coached the number 3 team that year. It was dope.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a big competitive gamer. I'm just really crazy about teamwork and shit. I suck at solo shit. I'll fucking lose all day by myself unless I watch a walkthrough or some shit.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's all I got. Generally, the most of the time when I have debates and crap, like it just happens authentically. People just watch my show and jump on when they have a disagreement with me, or if they want to come like argue, they just jump into my Discord and we get into it. So if you're ever watching or want to come argue, you can just hop in the
Yeah,
waiting
dude.
room and we'll pull you
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I'm in your Discord now, so I'll definitely hit you up. And like I said, I might hit you up if because I'm honestly always looking for people to go battle red pill guys with me. So I might be hitting you up soon to be like, hey, let's go 2v2 this guy or something.
Yeah,
And
I'm totally
I'll
down.
definitely play your side. And the thing is, like I said, I'm really good at beating them with their own fucking stick. So it'll be fun when we do it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, dude, I really appreciate this. It was fun, man.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you
Yeah,
reaching out.
yeah, dude, for sure. I'll talk to you soon, though. You be safe.
All right. You too. Later, man.
Peace. Well, chat. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming and chilling. Whoever came and chilled. Tomorrow I'm interviewing this girl. So yeah, sorry I didn't really do a lot last week. I ended up, yeah, I know I got a really cute dog. Oh, super cute dog, super cute. But yeah, I got this girl who's a big Twitter girl. She actually just face doxed herself a couple days ago, so I'm gonna be like the first person doing a YouTube interview with her, which I think is pretty cool. I think I might get like some good clicks on it because there's like no other interviews of her, and she's kind of a big deal. And she just face docs. So, uh, excited about doing that tomorrow. Thursday, we're doing something with Andrew Wilson. I think we're just kind of reviewing the debate that we already did or something like that. I have no idea what the fuck it is really. I'm co-hosting it, so I don't. Yeah, I'm a bad co-host, as y'all know. I don't ever know what the fuck is going on. I just jump in and do shit. Yeah, nobody tells me nothing because I'm Sergio. But yeah, I will see y'all. What is today? Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow on Wednesday. Just let me know if y'all need anything. Oh, I'm been working. Another reason why I haven't been online is because I'm working hard on my program. It's gonna be called Status Hackers. It's gonna be really fun, guys. It's gonna be like probably the dopest fucking thing you can buy online, honestly, when it comes to like what we're gonna be talking about. So I'm super excited about fucking dropping that and showing everybody what I've been working on in the back. Man, Donnie, peace, bro. And dude, Donnie, definitely. Because I have those interviews this week and next week, I'm gonna be texting you, bro, because I'm probably gonna try to get you on next week. So because I don't have any other people scheduled for next week. So definitely I will talk to you soon, my brother. Everybody though, I really appreciate all y'all coming, man. Thank you so much. Y'all inspire me so much to keep going. Even though I only got 4 or 5 people ever watching, I fucking appreciate y'all to death, man. Y'all have a good day though. I'll see you in, tomorrow. Peace the fuck out.